Alright people, this video is of my Black Nasty pair from 2017. I decided to do a video on it. I just put all the clips together that I have, that I could find. There you can see the eggs are fertile. They're already wiggling. When I did this in 2017, I had already done it, but nobody believed it. This was one of those species that they said did not cross well, could not be crossed, and all that good stuff, and I was able to do it. And I kind of videotaped it for myself. I shared it in a couple channels in Facebook, but that was about it. But I did this in this particular pair in 2017, and this pair right here, this male I still have. The female is deceased. He killed her after a while, but he is blind in one eye from that fight. With every male fish, as you guys know, out of nowhere they'll just start fighting and take out the female they've been breeding with forever. I did keep some of this fry, some of the a lot of the fry actually I took to the fish farm. I don't want to say the name because that person wants to remain anonymous. They don't want to be known, and they are purists, most of the fish. And right here you can see the fry swimming. It was crazy. In one channel I remember they didn't believe I did this, so they actually had a person say that I could have tossed this fish in together and they're just swimming with fry that's not theirs, but I laughed at that. But either way, this is another video of I think it's another batch, because these guys had a lot of batches. But this particular time I noticed they were eating, he was eating them, and there was less going on, so I pulled these guys out. I think there was only like maybe about 20 in this batch. And this is actually one of the batches that I kept, because in this particular batch the fry looked different. They carry more the Black Nasty genes, and that's what I wanted. I wanted more Black Nasty looking. And here are the ones that I pulled, a little bit bigger now. They turned out to be more in the Black Nasty with some pearling from the Flowerhorn. I actually kept one that was really nice by himself. And I have a video connected here in this video showing that fish. But that fish, you know, I had a string of bad luck during this time that I was breeding this. A lot of these fish ended up getting velvet from a Flowerhorn I ordered from Thailand. My power went out a couple times while I was away, and a lot of them either died from velvet. My main one that I was trying to raise jumped out of the tank. Another female jumped out of the tank, and I had lids. I just had the little openings for the filters and stuff. But yeah, this batch right here I kept. I grew some of them out, and they turned out phenomenal. I mean, I'm gonna, as soon as I get some bigger males, because I like using the males of the Nasty, not the females. As soon as I get some bigger males, I am going to set them back up with some Flowerhorns. But right now, I have them with different fish, different projects, as I like to do new things. And I think I did this one already, but I did really like how they turned out, and we'll try it again. I believe in one of these videos coming up, if I'm not mistaken, I show the male a little bit bigger now, and I have to divide them. And I believe it's probably, I like to say it's the next video coming up. I'm just trying to narrate this because, like I said, when I filmed this in 2017, it was really for me. Just a couple friends that I shared with what I was doing. Wasn't really trying to document or do anything, but started realizing there was a lot of hate from purists, and in that particular video right there, I have that up there. I did do a red nasty with there was a blood parrot with a black nasty, so that's why I put that writing up there, and I'll probably move that. But this is another batch now. This batch right here was my biggest batch that survived, and I actually took all of these to a fish farm, like I mentioned before, and they have them full grown right now. They look phenomenal. Again, I'll say that person doesn't want to be identified, as that farm mostly sells pures, so I'll keep it at that. But yeah, I've seen them myself. They look pretty good. This is the male, a little bit bigger now, just chilling in the back. He had to be divided. He started attacking already the other side. I'm showing the window there as to why the water's green, because when I had this tank up here, it would get full of algae within a week. So yeah, I ended up moving that to my garage, these tanks. That female flowerhorn bred so often. It was sad to see her die or get killed. I tried to save her. She succumbed to her wounds, and he went blind from one eye in that fight. A lot of my new projects have some kind of flowerhorn mix in them. I use,
Not sure what happened there. My phone said the camera got too hot.
Let me take out the sound for that. Sorry, that's from the video itself. But yeah, I use flowerhorns a lot in a lot of my mixes. As you can see there, these fish, with the fry, I moved them out of there because they're eating the skin off the parents. That's what they do. And so they were damaging the mom there. And she got pretty roughed up, actually. I ended up having to take her out and treat her for fungus, because they just allow themselves to get picked on, and they feed off their parents. They feed off their skin. So if we leave them too long, at least this particular species, or this cross that I did, that's what all the fry always did. And so I ended up, after this, just kind of always sucking them out, because I realized that, they were doing damage to the parents. I have a video at the end of this whole thing that shows the father, full grown now, with an actual black nasty. This video is about 20 minutes long, and I just show different batches. I also show in here some of the fry a little bit bigger, grown, with other pairs also that were set up and were successful. This was one of my prized hybrids. As at the current time, there was no documentation. Anybody had done it, and everywhere I went, they said it was impossible. But nothing's impossible as long as you try and you pray and stuff. I'm a big believer, and anytime I want to do something, even in the hobby, might sound crazy to some, but I always pray about it first. And the coming projects, I will be using one of these surviving hybrids, and I will try to cross it back to the black nasty. See if I can somehow eliminate this float issue that they all have always. That was my main goal, is eliminate the issue of the black nasties. Have known for getting bloat. I believe this in this particular footage here, not shortly after this, I had another Flowerhorn Black Nasty pair laying eggs for the first time. I'm trying to remember because I know it was around there. This took a while to do actually. This, I had them divided originally first. Then I noticed her two went down, and first time that I tried it, he almost killed her. Then he started tolerating her. They bred for a while without the divider, and then he went back to being a jerk. So he got put on the other side. And you know, as you guys know, with every male fish, once they start, they usually don't stop and they'll take out the female. And vice versa. Sometimes if you have a smaller male, he's definitely gonna die. The females always attack and test the male right before they breed. So I wouldn't recommend using smaller males unless you're gonna breed them through the divider. And now this is another batch again. This is just to kind of show you how many times they breed. This one I leave the algae. I started noticing that they love the algae, they grew faster. And so I started leaving the algae in there. At one point I can barely see the parents. But the fry love it. So it wasn't a show tank, it was more meant for the fish. So here I'm just kind of showing you what the babies had done to his gill plate. So they bite around there, and you can see the whiteness around here. That's a different fry. That's a Thai Silk, Texas. I'll make a video of those. Those guys turn amazing. I have some fries still from them. Let me see. Yeah, this is the other pair of Flowerhorn and Black Nasty, and this one I use a female and a male Flowerhorn. They gave me fry. That right there, there's wigglers. But not shortly after that, he killed it. This pair gave me the most fries ever. This is a Black Nasty mixed with my Thai Silk Texas fry. That's one of the Thai Silk Texas fries, fully grown. They gave me so many babies that I couldn't do anything with them, as I wasn't trying to sell anything at that time or anything like that. And I just left them in there, and they will grow to about an inch, inch and a half, and then they eat them when they do a new batch. Here I'm showing you a video of the Black Nasty hybrids. That one is a Black Nasty hybrid. That's an Electric Blue Acara Green Terror hybrid. That is another Black Nasty Flowerhorn hybrid. This one I really like because it turned black, and all the females are always going to turn black. They pass that trait. That's a male hybrid. There's a lot of different species in here because I turned that into like a hybrid tank. But you can see the Flowerhorn Black Nasties. Although they're from the same parents, they're all kind of different. I also have some Cubans in here mixed with Jaguar. That was a pretty interesting cross too. They look pretty good actually too. That's a Damaris and that's a Rainbow, of course you guys know what that is. There goes another Flowerhorn hybrid there. That one was Pearly. You guys can see them. And that was one of my best females, Flowerhorn Black Nasty hybrids. I tried to breed her with this Flowerhorn. And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember this, about an hour later I found that female jump out of the tank and was dried after I filmed this, which really upset me. But it comes with the territory. I mean, I wanted to breed her back to a Flowerhorn. So I was trying to make black Flowerhorns like that, with humps. And I'll try that again. Eventually I'll come back to it. This time I will start getting rid of some of them so that I can start seeing them grow in other people's tanks, and I enjoy seeing how they end up looking. But she was phenomenal. And then this is another Black Nasty female hybrid. You guys saw the parents in the beginning. These are all that the fry that I kept and grew. You can see somewhat dark. Well, the dark ones are females. Lighter colored ones are males. They seem to pick up that trait from the Black Nasty. This was my best one. I mean, I love this guy. He was a male. His fins were phenomenal. And I don't know what my luck is with jumping fish, but he jumped. And I also found him dead. I separated him because I liked him so much. He had red eyes. This particular, this is a 125, and this is some of the batch that I kept for myself. I was growing these guys out. I grew a lot of nice ones out of here as well. And this one is one of the main first tanks that went down with the velvet. I had a bad habit of using the same fishnet, and I paid the price for it. Another nice male of the hybrids, and then another female of the hybrids there. You can tell the difference. The one under that was a male. Females, just like the Black Nasty, they're probably one of the easiest fish to sex because the female will always turn jet black. Sometimes you do get males that are light color, but I don't see a lot of them. They're mostly females. This is another one, a little bit bigger. Now this whole tank is my hybrid tank. That is a Jaguar Gobi that you saw swimming by. I kept one of those guys. And then that is a Cinespilum. That's actually a green terrier mixed with in the car there. Those big ones are Cinespilums mixed with a Red Devil. And of course that's another Flowerhorn hybrid with Black Nasty. I believe coming up, this next video that is about to come now, this male was not very pretty at this time, so I gave him to my brother, and I don't know what he does to the fish, but he always gets them back better. This thing grew a huge hump like Flowerhorn, and it actually was real pretty. I took it back because it was killing his fish. Tried to breed it for a while. It jumped the divider and got killed. This is the actual male from the beginning of these videos. This is him now. He gave me fry with that Black Nasty female, and that's not a disease up there. That's he took off part of her top of her lip. He's still blind on that eye right there that you see. You can't see from there. I think that's the only reason she's alive. They have fry there. I left some there. I pulled most of them out, but I left some there. They have fry there. And so I bred them again. But this time I want to keep his line going, so it was just Black Nasty to Black Nasty. And I'm growing out right now about a couple hundred fry. This used to be a saltwater tank, so all that used to be saltwater. And I just simply turned to freshwater. thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a short video. Subscribe, hit the notification button.